Auston Matthews is going into his final season under contract as a Toronto Maple Leaf, and with Kyle Dubas going bye-bye, Jason Spezza going bye-bye, and the Leafs losing once again in the Stanley Cup playoffs, there may be a little bit of a shakeup. So what we're going to do today is go through every NHL team and see what would it take to trade for Auston Matthews. I'm going to predict that only maybe 5 teams could trade for Matthews. But we're going to go through every NHL team, starting with the Anaheim Ducks and ending with the Winnipeg Jets. Let's see what it will take to get Auston Matthews. Starting with the Anaheim Mighty Ducks, we're going to offer Trevor Zegras, Jamie Drysdale, the first round picks in 2023 and 2024, and finally John Gibson. We'll see if we can get maybe a little bit more value. I'm trying to go with the most valuable assets the team has, and I might have too many goalies. We'll see if this goes through. Obviously, trade bar is in our favor. Would you make this trade? Proposed trade? Trade rejected. So Anaheim unable to trade for Auston Matthews. Also, one thing to note here, I did turn off the salary cap just to make it a little bit easier, but I still think it's going to be really difficult to get Auston Matthews. Over the past couple of years, it's been no secret that Arizona and Auston Matthews have been linked together. So let's try this trade here. Clayton Keller, Dylan Gunter, 2 first-round picks from 2023 and a 2024 first-round selection. Proposed trade, rejected for Arizona. I feel like this is the first trade that has an actual chance of going through Tage Thompson, Rasmus Dahlin, Owen Power, and 2 first-round picks for Auston Matthews, Wayne Simmons, and Kyle Clifford. Proposed trade, trade rejected. What about if I do retain some salary here? Can't even retain salary because it's no salary cap. Never mind. But wow, I would accept this trade if I was if I was Toronto. Boston Bruins are next up. We're going to go David Pastrnak and Brad Marchand for Clifford and Auston Matthews. This has to be accepted. Proposed trade. There it is. Trade accepted. The best the Flames can do is Lindholm, Huberdeau, Anderson, and 2 first-round picks. I don't think this one will go through, and trade rejected. The Hurricanes players actually have some surprisingly low value. We're going Nikas, Aho, Svechnikov, Slavin, and a first-round pick. Proposed trade, trade rejected once again. This trade definitely will not go through, but maybe if you put Bedard in there instead of the first-round pick, it does go through. But unfortunately, in NHL 23, they don't quite have Connor Bedard. But 5 first-round picks for Auston Matthews. In real life, I probably would accept this as well, but trade rejected. I think this will definitely be the easiest one. Nathan McKinnon for Auston Matthews, 1-for-1 straight up. Trade rejected. Okay, let's just add in Cale Makar. Why not? There's no way. Actually, I want to add Cale Makar. I wanted to see maybe if I just throw a 5th in there, if that would get it done. No, okay, we'll give you a first. But Nathan McKinnon, I would take 1-for-1. Just saying. But there it is. Nathan McKinnon and a first gets accepted for Auston Matthews. On to the Columbus Blue Jackets. We got Johnny Gaudreau, Kent Johnson, and 3 first-round selections. Will it go through? Trade rejected. With Dallas, we're going to try with these 4 assets before adding anything else. We got Jason Robertson, Rupe Hintz, who's been unbelievable in the postseason, a first-round selection, and Heiskanen for Auston Matthews. Let's propose the trade, see what happens. Trade rejected. We don't have too much more value you can add here. We'll add a first-round selection because it's probably the highest that we got. First-round selection, add it, reject it as well. The best that the Detroit Red Wings can offer is Mo Seider, Dylan Larkin, Lucas Raymond, and a pair of first-round selections, and that is going to be rejected. This one should be pretty easy. A 1-for-1 trade. Connor McDavid for Auston Matthews trip. You know what? Actually, let's try Leon Draisaitl instead of Connor McDavid first. Draisaitl for Matthews, 1-for-1 accepted. Making the combination of Connor McDavid and Auston Matthews on one team now. But let's be honest here. We don't want this. Would it go the other way? It does not go the other way. With Florida, we're going to offer Matty Tkachuk and a first-round selection for Auston Matthews. Trade rejected. You can see there's not a lot of trade value there. Let's see what else we can add on here. I can add Barkov, but I think that'll automatically go through. Let's add Lundell. We'll see Lundell, a first, and Matty Tkachuk for Matthews and Clifford. Will that go through? Trade rejected, really? Okay, let's just, I guess, add another player here. We will go with, let's go Aaron Ekblad. I don't want to put Barkov. It's too, obviously, it's going to be accepted. I just want to see how much they're trying to rip people off. for Auston Matthews, someone who's never made it to the conference finals. The Leafs fans are going to hate that. But here we go. Adding Ekblad in. Trade accepted. The Kings don't have the highest trade value, but we got Quinton Byfield, Drew Doughty, and 3 first-round selections. Proposed trade, trade rejected. So currently, we have 4 trades that have been accepted. That's it. This is an interesting one because I feel like it should be accepted, but I don't think Toronto will accept it. We got Caprill the Thrill, Kaprizov, Marco Rossi, and 3 first-round selections. Proposed trade, trade rejected. The 5 highest trade value items on Montreal is Goal Caulfield and 4 first-round selections. 0 chance this goes through. Trade rejected once again. Led by Roman Josi, the Nashville Predators have a decent amount of trade value here. So we'll go Josi, Forsberg, Jimmy Kimmel, and a first-round selection. Proposed trade, trade rejected. Let's see if we can get any other value here. Sort by trade value. So, okay, so Duchesne would be our next option, but what would be a first-round selection? First-round selection a little bit higher than Duchesne, so we'll throw it in there. Trade rejected once again. Let's check out Saros. UC Saros, nothing. Well, I thought that would make it done. This would be an unreal trade for the Leafs, getting Jack Hughes, Nico Hischier, a first-round selection, Dougie Hamilton, and Jesper Bratt for Auston Matthews. Proposed trade, but they say no once again. Surely the Toronto Maple Leafs want a goaltender, so we got Sorokin, Pelech, Noah Dobson, Matt Barzal, and Bo Horvat. Proposed trade, no goalie, want it. From the New York Rangers, we're going to package together Adam Fox and Patty Kane for Auston Matthews. Trade rejected. Let's throw in Igor Shesterkin to this trade. Boom, Shesterkin, and we'll go to their goaltender, and we'll honestly take Samsonov. We'll take their best value goalie. I think it'll go through. Trade rejected. Okay, I'm getting Samsonov. If I go Halak, it would work. Let's go and give him a draft pick here. We'll give him 2-6. 2 6s. Trade rejected. Oh my god, they're making it tough on us here. We'll give him a first-round selection, and trade accepted. The Toronto rivals, the Ottawa Senators, are offering up Timmy Stu, Alex DeBrincat, Brady Tkachuk, and 2 first-round selections, and that trade will be rejected. The 5 top assets for the Philadelphia Flyers are Couturier and 4 first-round selections. This one is rejected by the Leafs. Captain Canada, Sidney Crosby, Jake Gensel, Evgeny Malkin, 2 first-round selections. Proposed trade, Crosby. Not enough to get Matthews. Maybe if this was 6 years ago. Even with Erik Karlsson on the squad, the best the San Jose Sharks can offer is 5 first-round selections here, which the Toronto Maple Leafs reject. Seattle's been a good team this year, but the highest trade value player they have is currently Shane Wright, and then 4 first-round selections for Auston Matthews. That trade has been rejected. The Blues are going through a little bit of a rebuild, so it makes sense to have too many high-value players, but Buchnevich and Jordan Kyrou, 3 first-round selections, and the Toronto Maple Leafs have also rejected this offer from the St. Louis Blues. We should be able to get another trade done here. Nikita Kucherov for Auston Matthews, 1-for-1 straight up, gets rejected. Let's see if I just add a first-round selection. Won't be that high of a trade value. First round trade rejected. Okay, maybe 2 first-round selections then. Add a second one in there. Proposed trade. Trade accepted. Welcome home to the Toronto Maple Leafs, Nikita Kucherov, and to Tampa Bay, Auston Matthews. Up next, we have the Vancouver Canucks, and I think this one does have a chance because Peterson does have really high trade value. Quinn Hughes and 3 first-round selections, but oh boy, was I wrong. Next up, we have the Vegas Golden Knights, and we got Shea Theodore, Jack Eichel, Mark Stone, Pietrangelo, who should have been suspended more than 1 game, and surprisingly here, somehow Nolan Patrick makes their top 5. Proposed trade. Trade has been rejected. Off to the final 2 teams. The Washington Capitals are getting a little bit older now. Their trade values aren't what they used to be, so we're going with Ovi, John Carlson, and 3 first-round selections. I don't think this one's going to be accepted, and it wasn't. But again, just like Crosby, 5 years ago, you 100% accept this trade. The final team, the Winnipeg Jets. We got Mark Scheifele, Josh Morrissey, Kyle Connor, Cole Perfetti, and finally Connor Hellebuck for the great Auston Matthews. Proposed trade, trade rejected. So that's going to do it for the video. Out of all teams, I think it was 6 teams were able to trade for Auston Matthews. Honestly, in real life, I think every one of those trades does go through. But what do you think? Is Auston Matthews going to re-sign with the Toronto Maple Leafs, or will he be dealt, or will he leave via unrestricted free agency? And if he does, what team is he going to? Let me know down in the comments below. As always, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya. Peace. Bye. Au revoir. Ah!